Hi guys, it's Peg, and it is time for Creative Arts Collaboration. I think I already have one video posted. This will be the second day, but it's actually the beginning of my whole journal experience thing. So, yeah. So I get things out of sequence. This is kind of a weird week. Taking the hubby in for a couple of heart stents, and so I'm doing all of this in advance. I'm not around, but I still want to get stuff up here for you because I know you're interested in seeing what I've been doing. I want to get Inspiration Conspiracy page done before we go do that stuff, and it's just been a real busy week, but I'm still thinking about you, and let's get started with school art.
Okay, this is not what I meant to show you, but this is another thing that I've been working on, and another little reminder for me. You know, one of the things that I learned a long time ago is when you start something, you need to finish it. And this was an art project that I had begun back at the beginning of the year, and I hadn't glued all of my pieces down. And I'm saying, why haven't you glued those pieces down? I want to put a nice gloss coat over this, maybe some pouring medium, but this stuff wasn't glued down. So it's kind of like that stuff in the locker. If you don't get it out of the locker and turn it into the instructor, you don't get a grade. So that's school art. And then I wanted to show you some of what I'd been working on. And I'll go through the process later in the video, but for right now, let's see, this is an old page. Okay, I have been doing some, excuse me, I gotta move my paint so I don't stick my thumb in it. I've been doing some backgrounds for journal pages, and what I have here, you can see, what I have here is just some old packaging. I use this stuff to put my paint on, like if I'm applying paint. I want, like for over here, I want to knock this back a little bit, and I've got this green paint out, so I'm saying, let me grab a brayer and get a little bit of that, and I'm just gonna put a little bit of that out here on my page. Okay, and that's how I keep working with some of these things. Whoops, off screen, just to create some cohesion on the page. Over here, what I had this green out for originally was this page. You know, I had done these the other night. I was getting tired. I was ready to quit for the night. And so what I did was I just stuck some deli paper in between, and then, you know, I come back and I look at the page again, and you can see what I did here is I just took this old medicine container bottle and stamped on here with that green, because the background I had created, and I just want to add another layer to that. Okay, this was a page that was done. Here's one that I did the other night. It's ready for another layer. Now I don't know, well, we can try a little bit of that green and see what it looks like. It's okay, not real standout, but this is a background, right? So it really doesn't matter. So I'm just adding a little bit of something. I'm going to hit that briefly just to try to set it on the page and move on. And this is how you can create multiple pages at once. It's just by moving through a book and having things at different stages. Okay, so I've got my protector. I'm going to flip over. Now this is one that I'd started with some sprays and some alcohol, and I like the color doesn't turn out very well on your screen. I like what's there, but need something else. So let's grab a stencil. And I've got this green out here. I don't know if it'll work through here. I might need a sponge. Yeah, I can see I need a sponge for this. But, okay, quit messing around, get a sponge. I really like these. Mary Beth Shaw had told me about these ones that we use for chalks. In specific, the pan pastels. And I have pan pastels, and I have a lot of these. So I thought, well, let's give it a try. They're a denser foam, and they work really well. I'm running out of paint. That's one of the things. And what this paint is just some of that. I'm trying to use up some of these distress paints I've had for a while. Put just a drop more out here, because they tend to dry up and you have to keep adding water. That's another thing I've learned along the way, is distress paints do not last forever. So use them, folks. Yeah, best advice. If you got supplies, use them. Okay, so just continue. Putting a few more. Is that seeping through? Yes, it is. Didn't think I had that globby enough. It's okay. It's in the background. And I have a baby wipe to the rescue. So I'm going to try it again. You want to get into your paint, and then you want to dab it off. So let's try this again. I like this green on here. It's really, really popping off of the page. And then work from the middle of your stencil out. It's another school tip. Okay. Little bit better. This is a Seth Apter stencil. It's part of a inside-outside dealie, and I really like his stamps and stencils. And I have some of the stamps, so this would be a good page for me to use his stamps on, because I've already got some of his imagery. But you don't have to keep everything matchy-matchy either. That's another thing I've found. You know, as people seem to think that you have to have everything from one designer, or, you know, no, you don't. I'm going to tell you. No, you don't. Okay, so 3, 5, whatever you want to do there. So we can move on from that. This is a page where I had just taken the brayer and had put some color down on the page. And then I was going to use some of these. I'm not sure which one yet. I like that blue in there, but I also like the green in there. So I'll figure out what I'm going to use. And I might just do, because because I started out with a linear pattern here, that's probably what I will go with, is a linear pattern. So I'll put this down. I'll tear a few of these and see what I like the best. And these papers really do all work together, so I don't have to stick with just one. I could come back in with some of this and brighten it up. Well, I don't want that edge, because this has some of those lighter hues. So you see where I'm going with this? Okay, so I'd use some matte medium and stick that down. So that adds another element to my page. All right. This was another experimental page where I was playing on a raw, this is one of those XL from Canson raw page, and I used some dilution sprays and stuff, and then I came in with alcohol and dropped on top. Now, it has some interesting movement. I like that, but it didn't turn out the way I expected. I expected more of these fun little droplet type things. Can you see those? I expected more of that on here, but that's not what I got. So, okay, so I wonder, how about Salty Ocean? Or I've got these, I think I like that. I got these Tumble Dry. These are permanent water-based Tumble Dry sprays. Let's try that. And let's get a stencil. Yeah, I really like this one. This is a Tracy Batista. So let's try that on here. And it's not laying down on the page. You can use, they have the stencil adhesive that you can get to put on the back. I'm not that worried about it because I'm just creating a background. So here we go. Yeah, that's kind of interesting. I like that color with this. And I'm not going to waste this. I'm going to put it over here. I've got this piece of deli. So I'm just going to put that in between. And this is how we create extra papers to use in our art. So you can see now I've got that bubbly image on here that I could tear off and use. And I've also got this one with a lot of that on there. So that's creating something else that I can use in my art. And then this is one I was much happier with. You can see the organic flow on this. And the way I got this was, it's very soft. And the reason it's very soft is because I put gesso down on the page first before I put my sprays on and before I drop the alcohol on. But you can see I like this much better. Now, I want to come back to this. I've got, like I said, I've got some paints out here. I'm going to drop my sponge in the water. And what I want is kind of a layer of paint to work with, because I want to put another layer on this. I think that this is really interesting. So I'm going to, if I have a water bottle, I'm going to spritz my page with some water. and just moisten. Get this all moistened up. Okay. Now, I've still got a little bit of this green, so I'm going to come in with that. And I've got this blue. More of this Tim Holtz paint. And I just want to create a layer on top of this. And now, I'm going to roll that off over here because I don't want it on my brayer. And I also don't want it to go to waste. And this is getting out of hand here a bit. All right, so I've got a layer down, and now I'm going to come back with some drops of alcohol. That I'm not crazy about up there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a wipe, just grab a little bit of that up because it's getting way too wet. And I'm going to come back in with some more of that blue paint. And hit it with the alcohol. I think what's happened down here is it's mixed with some of the green that was underneath, and I don't have that in the upper part, and that's why it looks so different. This is more of a soft blue, and this is a lighter blue. What I'm going to do with that is I've still got this spray out here. So I'm just going to add a little bit of that to bring it together. Okay, so now I've got to let my stuff dry again, and we'll see what all of this ends up looking like. I think that was my last, yeah, that was my last one to show you guys. So if you watch beyond here, I'll show you the beginning of these pages, and then I'll say goodbye because I know you want to go out and you want to watch a bunch of other CAC videos. Okay? Bye. Okay, so I'm just going to continue to play. I have some of these sprays from Deco Arts Media, and this has a shimmer mist, which I think is pretty cool. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try a few of these colors with some alcohol, because you know me and alcohol, I like to play with alcohol. So I've got a couple of different alcohol dispensers here. I've got an alcohol sprayer and a couple of drippers, and let's see, yeah, I've got some something like this so I can get at some alcohol, and I should probably get a container down. Actually, this one doesn't have much left in it, so I could probably combine them. Ha ha ha, the chemist at work. Ho, 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 ho. Okay, so, yay, empty bottle. So I can recycle that, and here we go. Now, I haven't used these sprays before. I think they should just, I don't think they'll have a, nope, nothing in the top because it's a sprayer. So I'm just gonna, let's see, let's put the dark down on the bottom. This is a primary cyan. Does it say to shake it? Water base, blah, 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 permanent. Shake gently. Okay, I'm on the right track here. So let's do, oh, pretty blue. And I'm going to wipe, got smart, I'm going to wipe that off before I put it back in the basket. And let's see, do I want, yeah, I'll put a little bit of yellow, not much. This is a yellow, yellow it says, okay. Okay, there's my yellow. Now I want this, oh, my very favorite, magenta. I was saying quinacridone. I'd really like it. Okay, so yum. Yum, liking that. Okay, and I don't think I want to put the green in here. Or do I? Maybe just a shot or two. Because we need to know what that's going to look like with the alcohol on it too, right? Come on. Come on, baby. You can pump through. It's coming out of the wrong spot. All right, that's enough of that. Don't like the way that top is working. So now, while this is still damp, I'm going to start with just a splash of the alcohol. And then I'm going to pick it up with my dropper. These truly are permanent. They're not moving anywhere. Even when they're not all the way dry yet. Okay, I thought I was going to get more movement out of that. So, that being said, I'll put a stencil on top of here. And yeah, that didn't do much either. I'm not really liking the green. So it's coming out. But I do like this color. So we'll put that down, and then I'll flip it over and apply it this way. Okay, so that didn't do what I expected it to do at all. Okay, I'm going to hit this with some of this Shimmer Mister just to see. Oh my, it's white. Little did I know, now I know. That's why we have a journal to play in, right? Let's flip that over. Try something else. First thing on here is I'm going to put down some green gold and burnt sienna. And I'm going to do that with a brayer. Now, I do like that. Because what I have is some paper that I thought would work with those colors, which would be this and this and this and this. So once that's dry, I'll collage some of this on there. Moving on. And I still want to play with alcohol. Okay, went and pulled out an assortment of stuff I've got. And let's see what we have here. Oh, Dirty Martini and Lemonade would be fun. That's Adirondack, so that's going to be permanent. That's not good. This looks like a shimmer spray that is homemade by me. This looks like some Glimmer Mist, some faded jeans, and this Lindy stamp thing. Okay, let's try this Distress Stain faded jeans. Oh, that looks turquoise. What did I do? Yeah, it's definitely turquoise, but it's supposed to be this color. Not at all. Okay, maybe they got it in the wrong bottle. I don't know. Then let's do a little Dirty Martini. And this is the thing I don't like about these, because they don't want to spray. Okay. Maybe we'll just do it this way. And I'll use some of this lemon. This is brand new. I shouldn't have a problem spraying it if I can get it open. So, get the scissors, skizzers. Try not to stab myself. Get that open and okay. And now everything turned green because I got yellow and with that turquoise. Okay, so now I'm going to come in with some alcohol. Still feel there's a bit much up there. Okay, gotta stop. Gonna let that dry. So now this is dry, and you can kind of see where I've ended up. I have a really beautiful textural background. I mean, this would be, you know, something that would be good for under the sea or, you know, any number of different applications. But I really like the soft tones and how beautiful the background is because of the way the alcohol reacted on the page. I don't know if you can see that up close, but I'll try to give you a little better shot of some of that. Okay, so be sure and go out and do a marathon watching of all of those great videos that are being prepared for you by all of those wonderful artists on Creative Arts Collaboration. I'm so proud to be a member of that group, and just really want to promote, and have you all enjoy the wonderful art that was created for you. So, bye for now.